Now been arrested by ICE here in Los Angeles.
NBC4 News at 5 starts with breaking news.
And that breaking news here at 5, the Trump administration revoking the green cards of the niece and grandniece of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. We want to thank you for joining us. I'm Jonathan Gonzalez.
And I'm Kathy Vara. Secretary of State Marco Rubio confirming today the two women will now be deported. The State Department pulled their visa eligibility earlier this week. They were arrested yesterday. General Soleimani was killed by an airstrike in 2020 ordered by President Trump. Today, Secretary Rubio saying the niece had been living a, quote, lavish lifestyle in L.A. for many years while publicly supporting the Iranian government. However, tonight, two of Soleimani's daughters are refuting the State Department's claims, saying the two that were detained are not part of Soleimani's family.
Now, this all comes as the search for a missing U.S. crew member is now in its second day after their jet went down over Iran. U.S. forces rescuing one pilot of the two-seat jet after it was shot down Friday. However, that second crew member remains missing. Iranian officials now denying reports that the remaining crew member was detained and offering a reward of up to $60,000 for locals to find them. President Trump, meanwhile, has not yet commented on the downed jet. However, he continues to double down on a looming deadline for Iran to meet U.S. demands to open the Strait of Hormuz. He posted on social media today saying, quote, time is running out, 48 hours before all hell will rain down on them.
Turning now to our two local wildfires starting yesterday amid those Santa Ana winds. The Springs fire in Moreno Valley is now at 4,100 acres. Containment has jumped to 75%. There are still evacuation orders and warnings for several neighborhoods in the area, although CAL FIRE downgraded some orders just minutes ago.
And then we were here last night when it was just all right here, we could see it, and we didn't want to evacuate, but we had to. We've lived here for as long as I can remember. I want to say 27 years, and it was never this big. It was never. We've had fires here and there, but nothing like this.
And you can find a list of those evacuation orders and warnings at NBCLA.com. Valley View High School is still being used as an evacuation shelter.
Meantime, good progress being made on the nearby Crown Fire. You can see that here. It's the one in northern LA County that's burning in Acton near Palmdale. Evacuation warnings have been canceled there. It's burned about 350 acres and is now 25% contained.
So let's turn our attention now to the weather conditions out there as we look live out across the San Fernando Valley. Meteorologist Stephanie Olmo here with your first alert forecast.
Checking things out first in the Inland Empire. I want to first start things up where we have the Springs fire that's burning. We have a couple of observation sites nearby, and we're noticing the winds aren't too bad, especially right around the fire. Right nearby, just to the east in Smith Creek. Looking at gusts right around 25 miles an hour, so nothing compared to what we had here yesterday. The winds will continue to weaken here this evening. And then moving up to right around Acton, where we have the Crown Fire that's currently burning, gusting just over 20 miles an hour at this moment. Checking out some other spots, so we still have the winds coming in from the northeast. We have the Santa Ana winds, however, not as strong generally around the area. We're looking at gusts right around 20 to 25 miles an hour in spots like Ontario, Anaheim, down to Santa Ana, even right around Santa Clarita. We're looking at a gust close to 30 miles an hour. But what we're feeling at this moment is the heat. Temperatures well above average for this time of year. When we talk about Santa Ana winds, we often talk about warmer temperatures. So right now in Ontario, down to the area of Riverside, we're talking about temperatures in the upper 80s there. West Covina 85, in Anaheim 84 for you in downtown LA. Talking about what's ahead as we head into your Easter Sunday. We'll keep those temperatures elevated. The winds will continue to weaken. And then finally, we're talking about cooler temperatures next week. More on that here shortly. For now, back to you guys.
Stephanie, thank you. The driver in a pursuit crash that killed a pregnant woman in Pomona is now being charged with murder. We first brought you this story as breaking news after a domestic violence call escalated into a pursuit late Wednesday night. Pomona police saying that the driver slammed into a car near Gary Avenue and County Road. An innocent driver and his pregnant girlfriend were killed at the scene. She was due to give birth to a baby boy in less than 3 weeks. Police have arrested 31-year-old Marshall Judson. The LA County DA's office charging him with 3 counts of murder. He's due in court on Monday.
New video into our newsroom now of a street takeover in Gramercy Park that left a woman fighting for her life in the hospital. It happened overnight on Western and 104th Street. Police say a car in the street takeover hit a woman and then took off. She was rushed to the hospital and is said to be in critical condition. The LAPD is investigating. So far, no arrests have been made.
As the war with Iran continues its ripple effects, gas prices continue to shoot up again here in Southern California.
Right now, here's a look at the average price for a gallon of regular in LA County. It rose to just under $6.03. That is the highest amount in almost 2.5 years. Other counties following close behind.
NBC4's Amber Frias joins us live now from a gas station in South LA with more. Amber.
Hey, Jonathan, Kathy. Well, we're at the Arco on Hoover Street and Century Boulevard, and the gas here is actually cheaper than the average. The price for a gallon of regular is about 20 cents cheaper than the average and 30 cents if you're paying cash. And a lot of the drivers who are here pumping gas know that. They told us they saw it on their apps, they saw it on Google Maps, and that's why they came down here to pump gas, because right now they tell us every cent counts.
I stay in the house and play the game. I come out the house if I gotta go to work.
The gas prices are too high in LA. It's already high enough to live here, and the gas prices are just overwhelming.
For many drivers, it's not just the price of gas, it's how fast it's been increasing. There are a lot of drivers who have told us they are no longer filling up their tanks. Instead, they're pumping enough to get them through. The average price for a gallon of regular gas is now at its highest amount since October 7th, 2023. Data from AAA shows the price of gas had dropped slightly in the last 2 days, following 41 consecutive days of increases. Still, AAA says gas is 5 more cents than a week ago and $1.23 more than a month ago. And this week, President Trump did say that the price of gas would decrease as soon as the war in Iran was over, but he didn't really say when that might happen. For now, drivers are looking for any relief they may be able to get. For now, reporting live from South LA, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
Amber, thank you. Moving to sports now, at a big weekend for any UCLA Bruins fan out there.
That's right. The women's basketball team is less than 24 hours away from the national championship game. They will square up against South Carolina tomorrow in Phoenix, looking for their first ever title in the NCAA era.
We have live team coverage for you with all the hype. We're going to start with our Olivia Garvey live in Phoenix with what the team's been up to today. Hey, Liv.
Hey guys, yeah, we are live here in Arizona, and UCLA is heading to the national championship game for the first time in program history. Now, falling short after the Final Four last year, this Bruins team, they just came into this season with unfinished business, and they proved that with a very gritty defensive battle against Texas last night. So I say, let's go over this game that they won. So early in the fourth quarter, look at this shot. Kiki Rice, our girl with a three-pointer. UCLA led by as many as 13, but Texas, they cut the lead to 3 in the final minutes, keeping us on our toes. Under 30 seconds to go here, and Lauren Betts comes up with a huge block, and that is why she is an All-American and the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Betts also scored 16 points as the Bruins advanced to the Natty, winning 51-44 last night.
So exciting. I mean, look, we've worked so hard to get to this point, but there's also the sense that, look, we're not done yet. You know, we're not just satisfied getting to the national championship. We're not just satisfied being in the Final Four, but, you know, staying really locked in, present, focused on the moment, and knowing that we have one more game to finish off, and just continue to stay focused and work hard.
It's surreal. I mean, to do it with this group of girls is just so amazing. We love each other so much, and, you know, every day we come in talking about we just want to fight for more moments like this together, and that is very true to this team. And I think you see it, how we play out there. We're really celebratory of whoever it is, you know, getting the points or getting a steal. It doesn't matter who it is. We're just so happy to be out there with each other.
All right, it all comes down to one game. What's standing in their way? A South Carolina team that understands what it takes to win it all. But what's so special about this UCLA team, it's probably the greatest team excuse me, I got hair in my mouth, it's a little windy. What's so great about this UCLA team, it's probably one of the greatest women's teams that we've ever seen out of the Bruins. They know what it takes. They're battle tested, and it's a senior-led team that wants to go out with a bang and beat South Carolina in the national championship game tomorrow. And, of course, we'll have more on this game coming up at 6 p.m. right here on NBC4. Back to you guys.
You have to believe in them. They were ultra focused.
Yes.
They beat Texas, so.
They can do this. All right, Liv, thank you. Meanwhile, we have our Tracy Leong joining us live now from Westwood with how UCLA fans are feeling right now. Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Jonathan and Kathy. Yeah, here at the UCLA campus, the excitement is everywhere as the team gets one step closer to a national championship. Listen to what fans, students, and alumni are all saying.
I think it's amazing to see the women's games actually played in restaurants and everything now. I was so excited to just be able to watch it in a restaurant because usually there's only the men's, and as a woman I feel like it's a lot more exciting to see women play.
It's awesome. I mean, I just learned the other day it's the first final they ever made. I'm surprised just because they've been so good for so long, but I'm super excited for them to get a shot at the title here.
You can walk through the Hall of Fame and see all the championships, and regardless of the sport, regardless of what's in front, if they get the win, it's cool. And as long as it's not USC, that's what we're really going for. Yeah, go Bruins.
Yeah, and fans say win or lose, this run has all